I own a Toyota Hilux, and it's a gas guzzler, and I think I don't see half of my month's wages because of that.
Oof.
Which is why my dream car's a Tesla Model X, and one day that's going to happen. I'm going to get
Yeah,
that.
you'll pay for electricity instead of gas.
Yeah, but if I get a Tesla Model X second hand, then you get free supercharging from any Tesla supercharger for the entire life of a car. So effectively, you don't pay anything.
Nice.
Yeah, you see, I've done my research.
Oh, here's a news thing that I heard about since we're on the topic. Vancouver is planning to ban gas cars in their downtown area.
Isn't I'm, I've heard that before, not from Vancouver, but I think United Kingdom's wanting to do that by a certain point as well. I remember reading up, but it
Yeah,
makes sense because eventually, well, here's the thing: what's the point in banning gas cars, petrol, diesel, combustion engine cars, when what they get replaced with electric cars to produce that electricity, you're still burning fuel.
hmm
So it doesn't really, in my eyes, fix the problem. If you
yeah,
get what I
here we
mean.
go. Yeah, I see. I know what you're saying. My
So
my
what is the
issue
point?
is with like I mean as far as electric cars go, the technology is there and it's so far pretty good, but I don't think it's good enough yet to completely replace gas vehicles.
Well, I agree, but then what you're saying about electric vehicle technology, um, the world's fastest production car is electric. The Tesla Roadster. That is the world's fastest production car. So Tesla's doing something right. They're the people who are pioneering all this technology for electric cars and also self-driving, autonomous driving vehicles. Tesla's miles ahead of all these different companies. But the
Yeah,
thing is, I think a lot of these companies, General Motors, all the big car companies, are quite reluctant to invest money into too much research on electric cars because I have a feeling they may think that the whole idea of electric vehicles won't last long because something else will come about which will replace petrol, diesel, and electric vehicles. Like I don't know, hydro fuel cells, but I think that's all a myth anyway. So something will come along.
right. I assume you've done a fair bit of research into the Tesla cars then.
Yes, Tesla is one of my weak spots in life.
So then, how long do they last on one charge, and then how long do they take to refill their charge?
It's about 200 to 300 miles, depending on the quality of the battery. And you can, I think it's 80% charge you can get in half an hour with one of their superchargers. So, I mean, it's not as simple as you would with a gas car, pull it to a petrol
Right.
station, fill it up within 5 minutes. You do have to spend more time charging it up, but it still lasts a long time. I mean,
hmm
Teslas last a long time. You get like Honda who do their what's Honda's electric car? I think it's the Bolt. Is it, or is it? No, it's the Chevy Bolt. That only does like 130 miles, 100 miles. So you have to pay the price to get a car which lasts a long time, an electric car which lasts a long time before you have to charge it up again.
Right.
But obviously, you get what you pay for, don't you?
Yeah, pretty much.
But that's just how life goes. But Tesla's cost 80 grand, $80,000 for a base Model X. Um, so that's a big investment, first of all. But then you can get one second hand for about $45,000. So you still got a really good car, but it's just second hand, but you're paying half the price.
Right. I mean, pretty much like any regular car that you can get.
Well, it is, but it's
I think the main
uh,
thing that puts people off an electric car is just that charge time.
it's actually a phenomenon called range anxiety. So range on an electric car is how long it's got left you can travel on its current charge,
Right.
and a lot of people have range anxiety when they think about electric cars because you need to plan if you're doing a long road trip. You need to plan ahead when you're stopping. You can't
hmm
just rely on, like, if you're driving a gas car, you look at the fuel meter, you're running out, and you'll say, "Oh, I'll stop off at the next gas station," because you know chargers aren't. as widespread as gas stations. So,
Yeah,
for all you know, the next charger, excuse me, the next charger could be um, just outside the range you have left with the charge you have. So, a lot of people have this range anxiety because, you know, they think, oh no, I'm going to run out of charge. I'm in the middle of the, in the middle of the highway. You know, what's going to happen?
right.
So, you know, I've not had an electric car yet, but I think I would be the same when I
Hmm.
eventually do get one. It would take time to get used to.
Yeah. And the thing too, like I don't know how the states is laid out, but Canada, it's very widespread between major cities. Like
But in
it's
terms of it's a long distance between
yeah,
big cities, yeah, it's the same here. You have to think like it's a state like California, where I used to be. That's the size of the United Kingdom. I mean, it's huge,
yeah,
and most of it's deserted. I
yeah.
mean, I'm in
North
Orlando
America
now.
is fucking huge.
It's massive. It's scary because I grew up. Obviously, I grew up in the United Kingdom, which is obviously a small country, and then I move over here to a country which is just like 50 times as big.
Yeah,
And like a normal commute for some people here, you know, to go shopping is an hour to the store and an hour back, and that was unheard of to me before I moved over here. You know, my local grocery store back when I was living in Ireland was 5 minute drive away.
right.
So, sorry, we digressed. I tend to do that.
Yeah, it's fantastic. How long
I
would you
know
say it takes to drive across the UK?
from top to bottom, I'd say 5, 6 hours. From left to right, 2 hours.
Wow.
Yeah,
2 hours is literally like the drive from like Golden to Cranbrook where I used to be. And that's
I have
like
no idea what that is.
well, for people listening they probably know where it is. That's literally like a fraction of BC.
You see, you make me feel stupid now. For people listening, they'll know where it is, where I have absolutely no clue whatsoever. I
I
feel
don't know
like
who the
I'm
fuck's
the
listening.
minority here
I
that
just
I'm
assume
stupid.
that most of the people listening are from where I grew up because those are the only people that know who I am or
I know
care.
who you are.
Well, you know who I am, yeah, so.
So that just invalidated your point.
Well, you're yeah.
What? I'm gay? Is that what you're going to say? Yeah, you're so predictable.